When you look at the floor plan that we're going to be drawing, you'll notice that there are triangular symbols around the wall, and then a legend at the bottom that says this is a braced wall panel symbol. What are those for? Those are required to deal with lateral loads. A load is another word for force, and lateral is another word for sideways. A lateral load is a force coming from the side. It pushes on the side of your building and tries to tip it over. That force could be coming from a strong wind, or it could be coming from earthquakes. And as you are probably aware, here is us over here on the west edge of the continent. We are in a high seismic zone, so we are required to have strategies in our houses to keep them from falling down when earthquakes hit. And here are some of the strategies that we can use. Diaphragms like floors and roofs, shear walls like plywood on our walls, diagonal braces, and connection joints known as rigid frames. This is a list of the methods that are prescribed in the residential code. All of these can be used, and the ones that are used in our particular floor plan from the city are this one, wood structural panels, and this one, portal frames with hold downs. So there you see WSP stands for wood structural panel. In other words, it's plywood or oriented strand board on the outside of your building. And it not only covers your wall and gives you a place to attach siding, it also acts as a shear wall to keep the building from tipping over when an earthquake happens. This is what shear looks like. Shear on a building makes essentially the posts and beams turn into parallelograms and tip. So anything you can do to keep that from forming a parallelogram will withstand that lateral force. Shear walls are good. They're plywood or oriented strand board, and then there are these other strategies that we just mentioned. Here's a building in the Bay Area that did not have shear walls, and here's what happened to it in a big earthquake. You can mix different strategies in one building, as you've seen on our floor plan that we have. The most important thing to do is to think about keeping your house symmetrical. Engineering tests show that when a thing is not symmetrical, that's when it really shakes and tears itself apart. So whatever you do, shear panels or anything else, try to arrange them symmetrically on your house. Symmetry is the most important principle you can follow.